Hey guys, welcome back to Wayne Manor North. I am Dan, your host, and on behalf of the Batman Statue Collector and Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles, welcome back to the show. Today I've got a real special treat for you today. We're going to talk about an art print. This piece of art is by Ben Oliver. It's of the Batman Who Laughs, as you see it here behind me on my wall. And it's one of the amazing art prints that Sideshow Collectibles releases on a regular basis. So let's talk a little bit about it. Let's talk about Ben Oliver. Let's talk about Batman Who Laughs. And I'll give you my impressions on this piece and if it's something that you should add or consider adding to your collection. So what do you say, guys? Let's roll. Okay guys, before we get into some close-ups, just talk a little bit about the artist, a little bit of a background. Ben Oliver, he is a UK-based artist, been a professional since about 2000, started with some Judge Dredd work, did a bunch of work for Marvel, and more recently jumped into DC Comics. He's done work on Batman Superman, that title, as well as Batman Who Laughs with this #2 variant cover of the same title. So Ben is a terrific artist. He's known for his fine line work as well as his painted style. So if you think of him artistically in terms of Alex Ross, Lee Bermejo, he's one of the painted style kind of guys, and that personally appeals to me a great deal. I love both Bermejo as well as Ross, and for me, Ben falls right into that category. If you've been stuck in your Batcave and haven't discovered the Batman Who Laughs, I'd encourage you to go out, check out Dark Knight's Metal, check out the origin story in Batman Who Laughs, and most recently in Death Metal. So with that, let's take a closer look at the print. I wanted to give you my impressions of the framing, the print itself, as well as the artwork, and maybe it's something you should consider adding to your Batcave. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so let's take a closer look at the artwork. One of the things I'm going to do in advance is I'm going to apologize for any glare. One thing that you'll notice with Sideshow's art prints, with the framed art prints, which, as I said, spoiler alert, I'm a fan of the framed version of their prints, is in so much as they come with a UV protected plexi glass, they're not the matte finish or the non-glare finish, which for me that's a choice. I've had prints and artwork framed in the UV protectant matte finish, non-glare, and for me it just takes something away from the contrast of the piece. Now as you can see here, this is, you see, hopefully it comes through in the camera, this is a high contrast image. There are a lot of blacks and whites, and in order to see those details, that sharpness, you really want to have as much contrast, at least I believe to my eye, as possible. And that's achieved through the clear plexi, which you see here. So, but the one thing that you give up with the clear plexi is the glare. And in my cave, so to speak, my cave is on the first floor of my home, and I have several windows here around this room, and not to mention the recessed lighting in the ceiling, and so what you end up with is some glare. But let's talk about the piece a little bit. So as I mentioned, this is the variant cover, or a variant cover, of Batman Who Laughs #2 by Ben Oliver. This print, which utilized that artwork, this is edition of 400, and this is number 20. As you can see there in the corner, I don't know if I can get close to it, but this is number 20 of 400. The one piece of this print that I wasn't crazy about is the signature. So in so much as this has Ben Oliver's signature on it, it's an auto pen signature. So these are not hand signed. I did a little digging on this, and it's really funny. I don't know if Ben just doesn't come over to this side of the pond very often from his home in the UK, but I looked for signed Ben Oliver pieces even in comic version, and they are really hard to come by. So I have a feeling that Ben is not one that's been on the con circuit very much, and as a result just aren't a lot of signed artwork or comics out there. So this one's auto penned. But one of the elements I wanted to point out in this print, and at first I wasn't sure if this was one I was going to add or not, but you can really see the detail there, and as I mentioned, the line work and kind of a painted style, and it's not quite the same as a Ross or a Bermejo, but it is nonetheless kind of a blend of a pencil and painted style. The other artist that I didn't mention was Gabriel Dell'Otto, also kind of reminiscent of Gabriel's work. Now stylistically different in terms of design and concept and aesthetic, but in so much as he uses acrylics and pencils and inks in his work, I think, and also with a realistic kind of tone to them, I think it adds a really cool edge to the artwork. This one is single matted, but has the gray double matte etching around the perimeter to give the matting a little bit of style in gray. And then you have the white border on the artwork itself. And as I mentioned, it's auto penned and numbered at the bottom. The frame itself is a high quality. It's kind of a composite material. It's not a wood frame, but it's a very smooth, very tight. If you look at the joints, which is where you want to look at a frame, this one, the joints are really tight, so much so that you barely can see the joints themselves. And again, I apologize for the glare and all the light in the room. I'm recording this during the day, which makes light a little bit of a challenge, believe it or not. But the frame is very high quality. I chose for this review, as you can clearly tell, not to take the print off the wall. I have it in front of, if I back up a bit here for you, this is kind of an accent piece for the Batman Who Laughs statue that I have here. And I don't know, I just choose, I hate taking the artwork off the wall when I don't have to, so I chose to leave them in place, and hopefully I'm still giving you a good idea as to what this looks like in person. And I wanted to give you my impressions of it. I'm fairly choosy when it comes to the artwork I put on my walls with my collection. I do rotate artwork out as a way of freshening the collection, and as you can see right now, I have Ross's Faces of Villainy, I have Capullo's New 52 Joker here as well. And I have others joining the collection soon. I have a couple of brand new Dell'Otto pieces coming in within the next couple of days that I hope to share with you. So I just wanted to give you this quick overview of the piece. If any of you are on the fence about ordering it from Sideshow, I believe he's still available on Sideshow. I'd encourage you to do it. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, in case you're wondering, is the print is in typical Sideshow art print fashion. It's 18 by 24, I believe is the total size. So of the print. So it's a fairly good size, but not gigantic, and won't take up too much wall space for you. So at any rate, that's a view of the print. So guys, thanks again for joining me here at Wayne Manor North. I really appreciate you spending a few minutes of your day with me, having a look at this incredible Ben Oliver artwork with the Batman Who Laughs. Just want to say one more time, if you're on the fence about ordering this piece, two things. One, the quality of the artwork is incredible. Ben is an incredible artist and absolutely worthy of being displayed in any Batcave, at least in my opinion. Two, the quality of the framing and the print from Sideshow is excellent. I've had custom framing done for some of my artwork. It's much more expensive. You get the same quality or better from Sideshow. It's just a better route to go. And the print comes in the frame right from Sideshow, so it's protected. They do a great job of packaging. It's usually double boxed from Sideshow and well padded, etc., so nothing to worry about there. So I'd encourage you to pick up the print. But thank you again. I would encourage you, if you haven't subscribed to the Batman Statue Collector channel yet, please do. Please hit subscribe. New content coming virtually every day. Join us with Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles on the Facebook group, and thanks again for joining. Please like the video if you enjoyed this brief review, and leave me comments. Let me know what kind of artwork you display with your collection. As I mentioned, I rotate the artwork through mine as a way of freshening the collection without necessarily having to add, $1,000 plus statues all the time. So anyways, I look forward to that exchange with you. Leave me some comments, leave a like, and have a great day. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.